Hello everybody, I am Mr. 901 Tommy Jackson, official Maestro of content for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, and today I bring to you Talkin' Tommy's Top 10 Gadget Tips. So let's dive right in. Alright guys, before we get started with the top 10 tips, let's break down gadgets real quick and let you know what we're going to be looking at today. Now, gadgets are a new item that hit Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, where you can equip them on tunes and not only add different stats, but you also can gain new abilities to that tune just by equipping gadgets. Now, let's dive into gadgets a little bit here and show you what we're talking about. Now, the example we have here is Slippery Oil. We can see that by the gadget type at the top of the gadget. Right underneath that, you're going to see the primary stat. Now, this particular Slippery Oil is an attack. Primary stat, 2.5% attack. Now, blues start at 2.5% on their primary stat, and rares, which are purple, start with 3%. Now, that stat can increase as you level up your gadget. Now, right underneath the primary stat, you're going to see what says level 4 new substat. Now that's really cool because as you level these gadgets up, you're actually going to be unlocking new stats to go along with the stats that are already on the gadget. So some possible substats here you're going to see in defense, health, attack, critical damage, critical defense, debuff resistance, and tenacity from 3 to 4%. Or a 1 to 2% piercing is something that's also possible. Now, commons gain a substat at level 4 and have a total of 1 substat. Rares, on the other hand, still get a new substat at level 4. However, they start with a substat. So rares already starting with a substat there. Keep that in mind as we go along. Now, take a little closer look at the icons themselves. You can tell a lot just by looking at the icon of the gadget. Top right corner, it shows the primary stat of that gadget, and this one is an attack stat. So we know that this particular Slippery Oil, because it has an attack stat up there, has a 2.5% attack. And the reason we know that is right underneath it, it shows us what level it is. And this particular one's at level 1. Now, you can increase the level of gadgets. Commons will increase up to level 8, and rares, which are purple, can increase up to level 12. Now that we've got you up to speed with what gadgets are, let's show you the best ways to use them with Talkin' Tommy's Top 10 Gadget Tips. All right, number one's all about sets. The reason sets are important with gadgets is because once you add 2 of a gadget, and then you add 4 of a gadget, new things happen. For example, if we take a look at Barnyard Dog right here, right above my shoulder here, we can see that we've got 4 Slippery Oils. All right, well, this is really interesting because when I equipped 2, it gave me 10% extra defense just by equipping the 2. Now, that's not even taking into account the fact that these are defensive, and I'm already getting 2.5% defense from each one. Well, once you add 4, not only are you increasing the stat boost that you get, but at that point, you're unlocking a whole new ability. So right here, you see it's in green because I do have them all equipped, all 4 of the Slippery Oil. You can see right here, right above my shoulder, it says, equip 4 whenever 1 or more allies are healed, this tune gains dodge chance up for 2 turns. So just by having the 4 equipped gadgets on this tune, I now have a whole new ability. The reason number 2 is called equip is because gadgets give a lot of power and utility to tunes even if they're level 1 gadgets, as opposed to not having gadgets on them at all. So for our example here, I pulled up Presto Pig. I don't have any gadgets on him right now. And we're going to take a look real quick at his stats. And we see right here his total. We've got some boost on him from cores and whatnot. But you notice we don't have any gadget boost right now. So 20,000 power, 997 attack, 772 defense, 1,035 health, 2558 speed, 179. Okay, so I don't usually have a lot of problem with Presto having an issue staying alive or anything, but you know what? It would be cool if I could give him a little boost to this attack right here, just because I think that would be cool, right? So let's go into gadgets and see what we probably put on him. Now, we'll get in a little bit more on actual gadget selection later in the video. But for example, right here, spiked palms. Now, I don't have any gadgets equipped to him right now, but we know because of the stat type right here that this spike palm is an attack. We want to give him a little bit more attack. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to equip that level 1 spike palm. We're going to look for another one. There we go. We're going to equip that. All right. We're going to go on, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put all 4 on, because that's where you're going to get the most benefit there. Like I said, Toon had no gadgets before. You throw 4 gadgets on a Toon, you're going to see what happens. All right, so right here, this is what we've got. Because we equipped 2, we got an additional 10% health on this Toon. Because we equipped 4, whenever this Toon deals damage, it gains defense up. If it's a support Toon, which it is, it also heals your allies for 45% of its attack stat. Now, we're boosting that attack stat already, so let's go back and show you the difference now just by throwing 4 level 1 gadgets on and equipping. Here we go. We got a 8% power boost. He now has 72 more for his attack, and his health gained an additional 236. And keep in mind, right now, because we've got these 4 gadgets on him, whenever he deals damage, he's going to gain defense up, which is never a bad thing, and he's going to heal the rest of his team. Number 3 is Archetype, and the reason that I say Archetype is because right now there are 6 different gadgets in the game, and there are 2 Archetypes of each one of these. There's Attacker, Defender, and Support. Now, if you're having a difficult time figuring out what gadgets to put on what Toons, this may help you a little bit, but keep in mind you can put any gadget on any Toon, you're still going to get the benefit of the boost. Now, as far as the Archetype goes, in the Attacker Archetype, we have Health Vacuum and we have Punching Stick. For Defenders, we've got Angry Pills and Iron Curtain. For support, we have Slippery Oil and Spiked Palms. So that may help you a little bit if you're having a hard time figuring out what gadget to put on what Toon. For our example earlier, we put Spiked Palms on Presto Pig. Well, Presto Pig is a support Toon. Now, we can see right there in the Equip 4 stat that it says if this Toon is a support, also heal your allies for 45% of its attack stat. So that's an example of how Archetypes can help you figure out what gadgets to put on what Toon. Number 4 is all about the stats. And the reason I say that is because you can actually take gadgets and help your team that you're using in different ways. For example, I've got my professionals here. I've got the professionals filtered out. And the team I'm talking about is Sam's Sheepdog, Fireman Bugs, Dr. Kill Patient, and Foreman Leghorn. Well, my Sam Sheepdog, pretty beefy here. Pretty beefy, not too bad. Fireman Bug, 7.7, not too bad either. Dr. Kill Patient holds his own, but the problem I've had, because he's only a 4.3, is my Foreman Leghorn dies sometimes. Right, so what I've done here, because you get different types of gadgets, I've looked at them and I said, hey, how could I make him more effective and sustain a little longer? So this is just one example here. So what I've done here is I've put 2 defense slippery oils and 2 health slippery oils. So you can see the health ones at level 4 because I've leveled these up, and we'll talk about leveling here in a moment. All of this connects. I've got an extra 6.3% health, an extra 5.8% health here. I've also got an extra 6.6% defense and another 5.8% defense there. Not to mention, because I've leveled these up, I also have a secondary stat here that's randomly generated 3.3 extra percent health, 2.7%, 3.1% attack, 3.2% attack. So that's on top of it. So over here on this left-hand side, we can see what it's added to Foreman Leghorn. We now have an additional 22.4% defense. We've got 18.1% extra health, 6.3 additional attack. So we'll take a look at his stats here. The problem I was having with him was that he was getting killed off, right? Well, we've added another 192 health to him. We've added another 123 defense. He's got a little extra attack there. He's an attacker. I'll take that. So this is an example of how you can take a toon and let's say you want your attacker to have more attack, throw all attack gadgets on him. If you need him to kind of survive a little bit longer, there's an option for that too. You can either put health or defense or a combination of both. So that's why I say that stats are a huge deal when choosing the right gadgets. You're going to want to level up your gadgets because leveling up your gadgets increases their main stat and unlocks or improves its substat every 4 levels. Now, to level up your gadgets, you're going to need scraps, and you get scraps by recycling scraps you're currently not using. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to where you equip your gadgets at and notice this icon right up here, this recycle button. And once you click that, you're going to be brought into a screen that's similar to this. Now on the left side, you can see all of the different gadgets here, and then we've got the stats of the individual gadgets to the right. So let's start from the top. At the very top, you're going to see the number of scraps you currently have. Now, you can filter quite extensively the gadgets that you're looking at by using the sort options at the very top right of your screen. Whenever you click on to a gadget, you're going to see actually to the right a preview of that chosen gadget, and you'll know if you're previewing a particular gadget because the background of that gadget is going to be red like it's shown here. However, that's not the different check marks. What the check marks are the gadgets that you have chosen to recycle. So once you've selected the gadgets that you're going to recycle, you then hit the recycle button and those selected gadgets are going to go away, pal, but you're going to get the scraps. So let's do that right here in game so we can show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so right here, just to give you an example, let's take these slippery oils here. Now you see I have it selected, so therefore the background is red, and we have the stats of this particular gadget to the right. Now I'm going to select a few of these because I need some scraps. I'm not doing this in any particular strategic method right here. This is just for the example. But as you can see right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 selected here. 7, and I've gotten 560 scraps. So I hit the recycle button, bam, and you see now populated at the top are now my scraps. Now let's show you an example in game with fireman bugs here. You see I have 4 pieces of gadgets equipped, all health vacuums. You see that 2 of them are already at level 4, but let's show you what it looks like when you level a level 1 up to a 4. All right, so we see right here, level 1 health vacuum. We're going to hit the level up button, and we can see ahead of time what that's going to do for us before we level it up. And we've got enough scraps and everything, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to take it to level 2. All right, it went from 2.5 to 3.9 attack. We're going to go level up again, and we're going to somewhere between 4.8 to 5.3% attack. Let's see where it takes us. Bam, nice, 5%. We got the high side on that. And now level 4, this is where it really gets interesting because on common gadgets, we're going to get a substat. On rares, we'll get an additional one. So 5.9% up to 6.4% attack and a random substat. We're going to level it up to level 4 to show you what that looks like. And there we go. We've got 6% attack and an extra as our substat, 2.7% defense. So leveling up these gadgets really are going to help you increase the power and stats of your toons. Rare versus common gadgets. Now, any toon can be better off with just 4 even common gadgets equipped to them. However, when at all possible, you're going to want to go after and equip rare gadgets. And there's a couple of reasons to this. Rare gadgets can be leveled up higher, up to 12. And just like we see right here, a level 1 defensive health vacuum has a 2.5% defense. It gets a new substat at level 4. And of course, all the regular equip 2 and equip 4 apply. However, if we were to look at a rare version of this same health vacuum, we start with a higher primary stat and we have a substat already there, in which we go to level 4 and we have an additional substat. So when at all possible, try to equip rare gadgets. Once you know what gadgets you're going to be using for a tune, definitely go for the rare versus the common. Number 7 is all about experimentation. Now, the good thing about the gadgets are you can put any gadget on any tune. Now, we've talked about archetypes, different abilities that could mesh well with other tunes. However, keep this in mind if you're just wanting to try it out. Level 1 gadgets are a lot cheaper to experiment with than higher level gadgets. So for example, let's put this level 1 defensive health vacuum on Fireman Bugs here. We're going to hit equip. Now, if for some reason we decided, hey, that's not really what we wanted there, it's a lot cheaper to unequip the level 1 at 75 than it is a level 4 at 750. So experiment around. Use the level 1 gadgets before you're equipping the rares, before you're leveling them up. Play around with them and see what you want on a tune first. And then you can settle on what gadgets you want to put on them, which ones you want to equip, and go from there. So definitely experiment around with these level 1 gadgets. This one's all about busy tunes. Now, what is a busy tune? Now, I said experiment, but keep in mind there are some tunes that may be busy at the time. Now, what you'll see here is right under the equip, if there's nothing underneath the equip button and the equip button is visible, then that means that you can equip pieces. However, there are situations where you'll see underneath the level up, can't remove because this tune is busy. And essentially what that means is that they're defending in war, they're defending in arena or in brawl possibly, and you want to really be cognizant of whether or not you want to equip or unequip a gadget before going into something like that, because once you go into that, those are the gadgets that you have to have, and if you try to change them out, then you're going to see a message just like that where you can't remove it because it's busy. Just like we've got right here. Currently I have Hillbilly Hair defending a crate in brawl, and right underneath level up, can't remove it because this tune is busy. Now if I went to again any of these, if I'm trying to equip here, and that kind of makes sense, you want to make sure that you've got the gear that you really want on that tune before putting them defending a crate, before arena, before war, because keep in mind too, in arena, once that tune is exhausted, until that arena tournament is over, you can't switch that gear out. So definitely keep a close eye on what tunes are busy or not. You're probably asking yourself, dive deep. Tommy, is this a shameless plug for the deep dive lives that you do every time a brand new tune comes out at twitch.tv/Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks? No, not at all. What I mean by deep dive deep, is the Gadget Campaign. What you're going to want to do in this Gadget Campaign is get as far as you possibly can and keep trying to push further. The reason I say that, and the reason that this made the top 10, is because let's take, for example, Act 1 right here. Act 1, at the very end, Battle 10, you have a chance at 1 health vacuum and a chance at 1 common slippery oil. However, as we go through, the deeper we get into the campaigns, for example, I'm on Act 5. We're going to take a look here at Battle 10 on Act 5. Now, things have changed a whole bunch. We have a chance at 2 to 6 iron curtains. We have a chance at 2 to 6 punching sticks. 2 to 6 rare chance on the spike pumps. Rare chance on the punching stick. rare chance on the Iron Curtain, and 2 to 6 chance on Spike Palm. So definitely go as deep as you possibly can into this gadget campaign so that you're getting more gadgets and you have a better chance of hitting the rare ones. And our final tip is all about your Gadget Campaign energy. Now, what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to try to use this as efficiently as possible. And what I mean by that is, if you pay attention to your campaign energy for gadgets, you can actually use full amount of energy twice per day. And that's getting you 50% more gadgets, and it's giving you a better chance, depending on where you're at in the campaign, to get those rare gadgets. So keep a close eye on your Gadget Campaign energy. Once it fills up, as soon as it fills up, go ahead, burn through some of the campaign, get as far as you can, and then do it a second time. That's giving you double the chance to get the gadgets you're looking for. There you have it, top 10 gadget tips. Special shout out for the graphics that I used from Looney Ambassador Diana. Thank you very much. Couldn't have done this video without you. Did this help you out, guys? If so, let me know down in the comments down below, or if you have one of your own tips for gadgets, put that down in the comments as well. Also, remember guys, 5 days per week, we are streaming live Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, and you can join me by going to twitch.tv/Mr. 901 TommyJax. Well, that's what we've got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helped out. Do me a favor while you're here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bang that old bell to make sure you never miss the Talking Tommy video. And throw a like on this thing, for crying out loud, while you're at it. And after all, stay loony! And we'll catch you down the road.